What's going on, the Copywriting Call Podcast? Your boy Luso 2.0, the copy god himself. And today I'm gonna give you 10 street smart instead of calls it email secrets, but I call it content secrets. In order to basically increase your engagement and all that stuff like that. And honestly, after studying some of these things, I'm about to start using them myself. Today I started adding to my routine, actually going back into the park or going to the gym and getting shots up. I actually added to my routine. So now I've been waking up at 6 a.m. every morning now. Getting up every morning at 6 a.m. or 6:37ish. Today was 7:30. I woke up a little late. And just, starting to work on my business and stuff like that so I can get stuff done before work. So that was my biggest thing, was getting stuff done before work. Now after that, after I got done getting stuff done before work, now I'm adding to my routine now by 8 o'clock. So 6 to 8, getting stuff done for my business. By 8 o'clock, I go to the park or go to the gym, get some shots of stuff, get a good workout in so I can start the day off great. So that's what I did today. Even though I have a game today, I still wanted to get shots up and start to get back into that routine of working out every single day. So that has been fun today. I'm not gonna lie. Today was fun. I was able to get up there, get shots up. It felt good. It was a little chilly, but whatever. You get used to it. As far as my job goes, I've been on a hiring spree, man. I hired somebody else yesterday. Today I got another interview. Then I just got another person, a Spanish speaker, bilingual. It's just everything is starting to flow. Although there's some things I have to deal with at work because people can't do the little things. So now I got to micromanage people. But it is what it is, man. And then someone told me I'm coming in hot, right, for my job, right? And it's just like, to me, it's just like, why wouldn't I come in hot, right? I want us to succeed. Right now, and I'm going to show them too as well, we're having an immediate impact on our businesses growing together and everybody making more money. That's the whole point of us going to work, right? Or, trying to be better than we were yesterday. So that's just some little updates and stuff like that of what's going on. But let me get into these 10 street smart content secrets right here, right? For one, make your content fun, right? Start to do little fun things and stuff to do with your content. I think before, right, right now I do a lot of just talking now, majority of it. But even then, it's like, I'm just being myself. I joke about and when I'm doing things, stuff like that, interviewing people. We joke, we have fun, we enjoy ourselves, right? My boy GP, he jumping over cars and stuff like that. I think before I was, dancing before at the beginning and all stuff like that. Like I was doing, just having fun with it because that's what it is, right? When you're doing a business, when you have a business, you are here. It's not just about the money. If it's just about the money, stop doing the business, go get a 9-to-5 and stay working at 9-to-5 for the rest of your life. But if it's about doing something that you actually love and then there's stronger reason why you're trying to help more people, then do that right there, right? So basically have fun when you're making your content. Number two, right, is get into the latest trends of your niche or your group, right? So mine's is young African-American men, who are poverty, some athletes and stuff like that, basically helping them or coming from that type of background, right? Achieving in 1 year what it takes most to achieve in 3 to 4 years, right? So their latest trends, I know people watch TV, people are on Twitter. So, I have basically, quote unquote, a black Twitter, right? So a lot of times people are, I'm reading people's Twitter, stuff like that, seeing latest trends, stuff, adding that stuff. Like right now, they're talking about that Jeffrey Dahmer dude. I called him Dahmer. I'm not going to lie at first. I was bagging up. Me and my wife were making fun of that. But, getting into the latest trends and trying to figure out, because remember, storytelling is the best way to sell your product or service, right? People buy off emotions and people buy with emotions and then back it up with logic. So if you are literally giving them something like emotionally to do, then they're going to back it up with, like I said, with logic. So definitely use the latest trends in order to tell a story, in order to, grow your business, your product or service. Third, right, is be controversial, right? I think before, right, another great example is this is with a content that I posted when I was talking about the idea of, a prenup and how I don't think you should get a prenup because if you get a prenup, you, hey, cut that out. Sorry, rabbit's acting crazy over there. But I talk about the idea of a prenup and how the prenup is basically like, to me personally, is like you're basically telling your customer, not your customer, your significant other that you do not trust them and that you do not, want to be with them. So if you're not showing them that you trust them, that's get a prenup, right? And people were saying like, no, it's like car insurance, it's life insurance, all these other stuff, right, that they believe in. But it was controversial, right? So being controversial to your thing actually does help a lot. Donald Trump is great at this, right? He always saying controversial stuff, so his followers love him more. He's literally manipulating the idea of polarity, which we talked about before. Another one is to quote other experts, right? a lot of times when people see you quoting other experts, they're like, oh, this person actually does his own studying, right? So when you were making your content, quote other experts. You always hear me talking about E.T. the hip hop preacher, man. He is literally the number two motivational speaker in the world, because I don't be number one, right? But it's just like, that is like what something I see all the time, right? Him. So I quote other experts and stuff throughout my content all the time, because you showing them that you studying and stuff like that, right? Number 5, right? So number 1 was make your content fun. Number 2, use the latest trends. Number 3, be controversial. Number 4, quote other experts. Number 5, motivate your audience, right? You have to continuously, even if you're not in the self-help niche, right? When you're making your content, like if you're not in the same niche as me, where it's a lot about mental health and helping people grow like that, at least motivate them in some way, right? Tell them your story, right? People love to hear, it's called the Epiphany Bridge story, right? It's the story taking you from where you were before to where you are now, pretty much, right? And then what happened in between. So literally use this to motivate your audience and to show them that, like, you know what I mean? Just basically show them that you've been where they've been before, right? That's all you got to do. This number 6 is use current events, right? Use current events when you were talking about your, use current events when you're talking about your stuff, right? Like stuff that's going on, like in the news, like right now, I could be talking about the hurricane, right? That hurricane that's hitting Florida. And I know my mom's down there, my boy's down there. Like, it's like I could use that to kind of start going into my product or service, stuff like that. Like, hey, listen, like a lot of stuff is happening now with this hurricane. People's houses may lose a lot of stuff, but don't let that, you can gain this all back in a year if you follow, you know what I mean? And that's like, I mean, that's kind of messed up though. I'm not going to use that as an example, but it's true though. Like you can use current events and stuff that are happening in the news in order to also make your content to make it more engaging, right? Number 7, use research and studies, right? Because people love to hear numbers. I think one of my, not one of my best interviews, but one of my best interviews, right, was when I had my boy Kyrie on here. And when I had my boy Kyrie on here, he was literally just throwing out stats about, how people can't afford to be average and throwing out numbers and stuff like that. And when you're doing stuff like that, you're throwing out numbers and all that stuff, it's like people start to engage more with it, because then they get that logical part of it, right? You have to first give them the emotional with the story, and that's the part that I gave. And I feel like he made a good 1-2 combo, because he was giving them that logical standpoint, that logical point to look at. So use research and studies, definitely. Number 8 is make people smile, right? That is what we're all here for, right? Is to help people grow. That's what I at least do, right? Help people feel good. If you're making people are smiling looking at your content, people are laughing looking at your content, they're having fun, they're enjoying themselves, they will enjoy your product or service, they will want to buy from you, because you are building your brand to be a happy, positive brand. And that's what you want. You want a positive brand, right? You want to be happy and positive with it, right? Number 9, is be unpredictable, right? Do things a little bit differently that you do every single time, right? Like, look, I could throw this Harry Potter wand in here, and now I'm being unpredictable because you didn't expect me to do this. By the way, this does control the TV, just in case you guys want to know about this. Got it from Barnes & Noble. My wife gave me it for Christmas, right? You can just, swish and flick, right? And then, the TV goes on. But be unpredictable. Start doing things that are like out of the ordinary for you. Like I said, my boy GP, he's jumping over cars. You got 1, 2, 6, 7 running in the rain and stuff. Different people doing different things as far as it goes for, their content, but it's making it more engaging by them being unpredictable. And then the last and final one is always ask for the sell. Now, I'm not saying pitch every single time, to every single customer, exactly, like blatantly, like openly, like, all right, and then buy from me today. No, just pitching to them something simple, like, just covering it up. In your thing with clothing, they call it clothing your pitch, right? So I may be like, hey, listen, if this is you and you're trying to grow and stuff like that, man, just hit me up. Or, in my newsletter, I talk about this, and I just mention it. I'm not even saying like, yo, dude, just that, like, go buy it. I'm just mentioning it, and like I'm clothing their sell, because then if you're mentioning it and people are like, oh, what is that? And they click it or something, now you're in business, right? So always ask for the sell, even if you have to clothe it. So recap, right? Always make your content fun. Get into your niche's latest trends, be controversial, quote your other experts, motivate your audience, use current events, use research and studies, make people smile, be unpredictable, and always ask for the sell. These are the 10 things, 10 street smart content creating ideas or secrets in order to grow your business. All right, so I want you guys If you watch this on YouTube, like, subscribe to this channel, comment below, share it. And if you listen to this on, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever you listen to audio, please do me a favor and 5-star rating. 5 stars is good. All right. And leave a review. All right. So I want you guys to keep killing the day. And just remember, you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.